wanted to talk about a Glitch comment. Glitch says, Earl, you sound gay. And he gave the exact moment that I sounded gay on my S.J. Poor called me a retarded tuber video. And I was thinking about that, Glitch, because you're not the first person to ask me about that, though hardly anybody asks me if I'm gay. Most people ask me if I'm bisexual. And the most times I've been asked if I'm bisexual are by people, couples, inviting me to stay the night when I'm single. I've only been asked once when I was with another woman, when I had a girlfriend. So I suppose that makes them swingers. But inviting like a third, like if I'm single, inviting me into your bed. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. But I think what it is about being why they asked me. I think it's about stereotypes, and not negative stereotypes or wrong stereotypes. I mean, we're all pretty simple creatures. We all have like the same kind of desires. Might be just a variety of the same kinds of desires. So I might have like the hallmarks. Like Glitch, I could hear it in my voice, or someone might see it in the way I dress, or in the way I empathize. That I think emotions are important, and like I think about that when I'm talking to men or women. I think about their emotions, and I want them to be. I guess I want them to be acknowledged. I don't want things necessarily to go emotionally well, because that's not always possible. But acknowledging them for sure. So yeah, I think that is like like I'm a sexy man, and B, I think I might just have like stereotypical behavior of all sorts of kinds of people, like of. I think people talk about like having their inner woman or something like that. I think that there's aspects of who I am that's very feminine. I remember I was at the bar once. I was actually the bouncer, and I was knitting. And the guy says like, some bouncer is knitting, and I'm like, well, actually it's a pretty strong emotional tactic on my part, because if there's a problem and you want to fight the bouncer, if you kick my ass, all you did was beat up the bouncer that was knitting. And if I kick your ass, you got your ass kicked by a knitter. And they're like, "That's a good point. I don't think I want to mess with that dynamic." Well, he said something stupider, but something like that. Yeah, like, oh gosh, yeah, and like, I don't like sports. There's all sorts of things. So yeah, I get it, Glitch, and everybody else that invites me into their bedroom. I thank you all. That was a really awesome invite. Honored. But frankly, I just don't know what would happen. I think if there was a book I could read or something like that, I might be able to, ask you a couple questions. Because one time, Glitch, oh my God, one time the woman of the couple was about as hot as the sun, and I'm thinking this could work, but I didn't go for it. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what the deal is. I just don't know what the deal is. So I won't mess with it. So I just think that's safest. Well, what else? What else? Stereotypes. Oh yeah, I don't mind. Maybe that might be the other thing that makes the whole gaydar blip is if someone thinks I'm homosexual, it doesn't bother me. Or if someone thinks I'm bisexual, it doesn't bother me. Maybe that machismo thing of not responding like in this heavy masculine manner to everything. Oh, on a side note, actually, I've been in a lot of fights, and I sometimes think that's because I come off as the least likely person to fight. Or if, like the whole knitting thing, like I'm knitting, the least likely guy to know how to fight. Which, I mean, like it's stunningly bad judgment, because like I was like a 2nd degree black belt, and into cycling and yoga. I was just, for most of my life I've been most of my life when I was getting in lots of fights, incredibly fit, and really fast and skilled. I used to do I've traveled long distances for competitions, and I always scored really, really high. Actually, I ended up getting somewhat of a reputation, and they used to bump me up belt brackets, just because I was just I'd go in and chew people up, and so like we got to put you in with a higher ranking group of people. Oh, actually, and when I was I think when I was a red belt, I went to Reno for a Taekwondo competition, and they put me in with the I think it was third dan and up black belts. So I skipped over black belts and went into the third dan and above, and they picked who was going to fight me. And I'm not bragging about this because this was bad. I hit the guy so hard that he went to the hospital. But I get like his wife called me later. Like I'm not bragging about this. This is actually bad. But his wife called me later and said that he had neck injuries before that. But I hit him really smoking hard. So yeah, I'm like the wrong guy to try to fight in a bar. Or maybe I'm the perfect guy. I don't know. But I was just like, people were like, other people that I've known for a long time go like, why do people try to fight you? And I'm like, I don't know. But that's the thing about like masculine traits. It's like I've got a strong idea of what makes a man, and like from cowboy culture is when someone calls you out, I give them an option to not. I've actually tried to leave, but that's where the thing is, when you try to leave, they try to stop you, and that's one of my absolute do not rules. Never stop somebody from leaving, because basically what you're saying is I don't have freedom. I don't have freedom to leave the situation, which kind of makes me think they're trying to be like a captor, you know. Which I'm like, well, then it's on. So, so we're going to fight, and you're going to lose, and I am going to leave, and it's not going to take long. All right. Sexuality, masculinity, stereotypes. Chappelle Earl, up in a tree.